Previously on Mudrunner. We need to stay close to the edge. Don't tip it. At the same time, don't tip it. Dangerous water levels. Whoa. Whoa! Oh shit! Hello and welcome back to Mudrunner. So this was the bogs we're working in. Can I just show you what we're doing? So this is our little mission. So our mission objective or game objective is to deliver 8 points worth of logs to the timber mill, which effectively, in real terms, is actually just 2 loads of normal sized log. No, sorry, it's not. It's about 3 loads of normal sized. Anyway, it's some logs. So we're here. This is me unlocking various vehicles as we went along. We unlocked quite a lot as we went along, actually, and I've unlocked another garage at the far end there. Now this is my truck that, unfortunately, if you look, it's on its side. That's where my other logs are. So that one's on the side. So I kind of wanted to get back this way, and I made a right hash of it. I should have gone round, and I didn't, and I ended up sort of making a muck of it and not actually doing it. So sadly, there's a truck that's there's one that's covered up still. There must be one still covered up. I'm going to assume it's in there somewhere because I can't see it on the map. Oh no, it's there. It's there. It's at the top. No, that's what I've currently got selected. What an idiot. Right, so there's one at the top anyway. So what I'm going to do, because we just need to get, basically need to get logs to here, and then we need to unlock this one here to get all of the watch points. So there's a little achievements for getting all of the watch points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this K70 or whatever it is. A K70? No, I want that one. I don't want to change. I just want to resume. Right, I want to take this truck here we've got here, which is a little bit damaged. I'm going to take this up the road to the... first I'm going to go to the fueling station, I think. We'll do that. It's very weird with the map, by the way. You kind of have to zoom in a bit to make it work. So I'm going to put a waypoint on there, and then I'm going to put a waypoint. Can carry short logs. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to put a waypoint up here, so it's kind of giving me a rough idea of which direction we're going. So let's have a little look and see which we're going. We're going that way. That's it. Let's get this thing started. And let's get out here. Park and brake off. Lock the differential for a second while we turn, and let's power through the forest. We'll keep an eye on it as we go. Turn the lights on and off. Have a look inside this thing. Yeah, it's what you'd expect from it. Nothing exciting particularly, but just a mucky truck. I quite like it because it's, as I was saying before in the previous video, I've been quite a spin tyres fan for a while. I kind of like the sort of the whole idea of driving off-road vehicles, and yeah, you can play it online with friends and whatever else it is. But to be fair, it's one of those games where it's really you versus the environment. That's what it's for. I mean, when they first invented the game, because the first game is called Spin Tyres. When they invented the first game, basically it was just a mud simulation. That's what they were creating. They were creating a game with a sort of mud, horrible mud and water simulation. So we're grinding our way through this and trying to cut through it all. I think I really want to be back on that path there, even though it doesn't look very good. Oh, might have to deploy the winch in a minute. Let's deploy the winch. Don't have winch. Let's see if we can find some source of winching points there. Where do we want to put it onto? That tree over there would be good. Right, let's deploy the winch, and let's push the button to pull the winch. There we go, pulling us. Kind of cheated there. Got a bit of power from the winch. Winch is pulling as well. Right, let's release the winch. Let's head out again. I don't think we've got any choice but to go through this muddy bit. Realistically, I don't think there's any real option but to head through the mud. I'm going to assume, because although I've played it quite a lot on the on the PlayStation 4. And a little bit on the Switch. I'm going to assume that there are some sort of secret hidey holes in the whole thing. That's what I'd like to think. There's some secret hidey holes. There's an achievement for one of the challenge modes. There's some challenges. There's a few challenges. There's about 5 or 6 of them. I mean, this is the only thing I think I've a complaint about. I mean, the pricing isn't bad nowadays, but when it first came out, it was like 40 quid, and you think to yourself, it was 40 quid for a sandbox of mud. It's not a game that you go, keep expanding on. Unlike the news, that's not going to help. It's actually better to have the wheels loose here. The differential being locked is making some difference. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is a little bit. Once we get out of this mud, we might be the water and the mud. We might be all right. Basically, locking that means it drinks more fuel. It does drink a lot of fuel, so we turn that off, and the number of liters of fuel per minute goes down significantly. There's our broken truck going through the mud. Me looking for a photo for the game. Right, so we just need to pull up here, and it'll do its necessary refuel. There we go. It's fully refueled. Now, actually, while we're here, I'm just going to look at the advanced options, and what we may have. You see, it's got a spare tyre on there, which says 54. That's repair to my damage to my vehicle. So if I use that, it actually does 54 points worth of repair damage to the vehicle, so it's not so broken as it was a moment ago. You know when we saw it a moment ago? It looked a bit broken. Yeah, it's not so broken now. There's me in the driver's seat. Look at that. Turning the wheel. I'd have to properly muscle this wheel, I can promise you that. Right, okay, so that's our first checkpoint done. And our second checkpoint is up here somewhere, so let's head through the forest. Is it through? Ooh. It's through there. Push the way through the trees. Let's go this way. It's weird though, because the distance is only about 400 meters, but it is properly. I'm just looking that way. Look at that. There's a route to try going through. Get your vehicle on that and go down the back of there. Yeah, it's not very far, but it's properly tough for your vehicles as you power through this whole place. Now let's have a little look. I'm gonna bring up the map here. You are here. Where's my options here now? See, I could go this way through here and rejoin up here. It could be difficult, that one, or I can try and circle through past the rather deep water that's there. I think I'm going to try that way. I'm going to go this way. Let's go this way. Yeah, so it was very much a tech demo more than anything else, the first game. And the second game, which is this one, Spin Tires Mudrunner, is less so. They found a way to put a game into to their love of sort of dynamic mud. I think it's the only way to describe it realistically. Very dynamic mud. It's screeching through it all. Dynamic mud and trees. To power this through here. Over the top of that. Lovely. That's what we like. Making it way through. Right, I'm just going to assume we're not far. We're not far off where I want to be. Right, so I'm not going to take the most direct route. I'm going to go round this way and use that path because I think otherwise we're going to be in big trouble. So we're going to go this way. It's slightly less direct, but all the same, very much a muddy route. I keep honking the horn, by the way, because when you honk the horn, there's a little achievement for getting the birds to fly out of the trees. So there's like magpies that hide in the bushes. You can hear them occasionally. Oh, I feel like we're getting some speed up here. throwing it through. There's trucks in this as well, by the way, not just trucks like this, but they're actually lorries that you can drive. I'm not sure how you could have actually added anything to this for I know they've got the multiplayer, as I say, but I'm not sure you could have added anything to this other than a challenge of doing this. I know that the new Mudrunner, the new Mudrunner, Snow Runner as it's called, is a much more technically competent, and they've got a lot of DLC in it, but it's the same sort of difference. You know, you're taking loads from point A to point B. Realistically, I think what they could have done with something like this, they could have added more challenges to it. I think that's what they probably would have done. You would take a leaf out of Euro Truck Simulator's pocket or bag, a leaf out of its book pocket and all kinds of stuff. It's bag, a book. Sorry, take a leaf out of its book to sort of in what you're trying to do with the whole thing. So which is delivery at the end of the day. This is a delivery game. It's going to be proper muddy now. Look at this, going through the mud. Mushing my way through it. Lovely thing about that, look at that, power lines. We got power lines here. We got power lines. So here's our next truck, and there's our logging camp right there. So let's pull up next to this truck and open it. That's been unlocked. Let's bring it up on the map, and let's choose the new one we've got, which is the Y one there. Change to nearest truck. There we go. I think that's a slightly older model that I'm driving of the one that I've got in, that I'm now driving. I think it's a slightly older version of it. It's proper tough though. Oh, my arm over the shoulder. Shoulder over my arm. There we go. Right. Okay, let's get this thing going. Differential not on at the moment, so you can see the back tyres are moving, the front ones aren't. In fact, it's only the very back tyres that are spinning, keeping that diesel usage down. Look, two litres of diesel a minute, literally just pushing the front of the truck though. Right, okay, let's go to the logging station. Let's get some logs. Yeah, keep that diesel usage down. Takes a while though, working this way. Wait until I get a load on this though. I'm going to load on here. The chassis flexing. As I say, as a tech demo, it's amazing, and then obviously it's progressed into another game since. So it's quite amazing, really. Where's the? What can I do? Can I not get logs? Oh. Oh no, there we go. Thought the logging station would let me do that earlier. Right, okay. Need to install a medium carrier, and then there's long logs. I can't carry these. So it's short logs. There are 3 points for short logs, 4 points for medium logs, and 6 points for all of those. So I've got to do 8 points worth. So basically it's about 3 loads of the short logs if you do it with that. Or I did have a medium carrier earlier that was broken. So let's do these ones. There we go. We are loaded with short logs. Let's try and get these things out of here. Lock the diff on the back. And reverse. Now I was just to demonstrate the gears to you. So if I push down the right hand stick, it allows me to move the gear stick. Look, and I can put in the gear. And if I push it down again, I can change gear again. That's me in reverse, obviously. Not the gear to starting. Back to automatic. It's only one gear anyway, by the looks of things. I'm not sure what A1 plus is. Let's turn the diff off again. Right, so here, what's the plan? What is the plan? So I need to get all the way to the furthest point in the map. I'm going to go down this road, avoid this one. I'm going to come down this road here and go through the centre of here where there's that watchtower, and I'm going to try and go that way instead of going right the way through. So I'm going to go down, cross, through, and hopefully come out here, and then back down. So let's do that. Let's hope that I don't lose the vehicle in the process. Okay, let's go. I think I might need to lock that differential again there. Nice bit of mud. I'm going to put the all-wheel drive on instead, without the diff. A little bit more control with the all-wheel drive. As he heads straight for the centre of a puddle, that's probably not a good idea. We'll keep an eye on the map in a second as well. Oh, don't. This is how that we all went wrong before. So that'll be the first turning, I think. Yeah. So keep going until we get to the next turning is what we want to do. Right. Okay. So that's the first turning we came out of, where the lights were. Wow. Let's keep going. 432 it says in the bottom left hand corner there. And I've travelled 200 or 300 metres or so. Ploughing through. Is that my turning there? It is not. You could take it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep on going until I see an actual positive turning. It's weird that there's no mirrors in this, though. This is the one thing that is a bit weird. There's no mirrors. I don't suppose you need mirrors in the middle of a forest, do you? You're not exactly going to worry about people running into you. I think you'd hear them coming for miles. That's the old power leads, the power cables, sorry, going across the top there. There they go. And birds flying out the tree. This is my turning here. Here we are. The slowness of the game, I think, actually helps with the travelling through the countryside. Say, I would recommend this one for a Steam sale unless you're absolutely desperate to play it. I was at the time, so I did pay the full price because I'd seen it and I'd seen the demos of it, and I was like, I really want to drive around in the mud. I think it'll be fun. So I think that was a major factor for me. Look at that. Aim at the swamp. Aim at the swamp. Right, what are we doing here? Oh damn, there's some deep water here. I need to stick to the right hand side here, and as I work it through. And basically we're going until we get to a major turning that way, which should come up with a watch tower as we get there, or a watch point. So let's plough through here and stick to the right hand side. I do, on this particular game, I actually do spend a lot of time getting out of it, but I as I understand it, the sport of sort of off-roading, getting out of the vehicle to check whether you can get up and down something is not an uncommon thing. So you know, doing this kind of checking and climbing out and looking around the vehicle is not uncommon. So I'll be honest, I'm gonna go this way now, that way. Head that way through the mud. Look at that. Wonderful. Look at the ripples on the water though. Look at that. It's the light coming across it as well. It's extremely good. The physics, somebody put mud into it. If you it's as I say, it's almost a tech demo. They've obviously turned it to a game since then, a bigger game. I mean, this is a game obviously, but they've turned it to a bigger game since then. But it was very much a tech demo. It was like, this is what we can do, and then you could sell it to someone like good old Epic or something like that. But they haven't. But in theory you could, couldn't you? You could sell it to them and say, this is a mud simulator. Here's your trucks through the mud simulating. There we go. ploughing forward all the time, ever forward. I'm looking for a major turning to the left coming up. They shouldn't be far away from here, I wouldn't think. The logs rattling through as we go. Well, that looks deadly. Looking at the way the water is and the things that are there, it's not that deep. It just looks it. It's not that deep. We should be all right. And all the mud coming off your tyres as you go through it. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. I'll check the map in a second. I know I can put waypoints on, but I quite like driving without because, well, look at it. It's a muddy scenery. And this is the direction we want to go here. I'm sure of it. Oh, God. Don't tip the truck over. We really do not need to tip the truck over. Right. This way, through there. Okay. Right. On we go. Oh, let's give the horn a beep. Yeah, get the birds to go. I love the way he does it on the thing as well. Look. Hey! Right, okay. Just gently making our way through. I'd like to get this first load of logs delivered. Then I think we're on a rescue mission after that. I think what we'll do is we'll get a vehicle that's close by, or a little jeep, or something like that, or something of a decent size. Maybe that big tractor to try and rescue the truck that got flipped over earlier. So we had that truck that was flipped. Just turn the lights on now. Crumbs! We were right over there. Don't do something stupid here. Wow. We were properly over there, weren't we? Okay. They were heading into the unknown here because this part of the game hasn't been mapped because we haven't got to the actual watchtower here. So this is all a little bit unknown. And definitely a path here. I'm going a bit fast on this now. Careful with these logs that are on the road. They can do you some damage. Now, hang on. Let's have a little look. Nice picture. But let's have a look at the map here. Oh my God. Right. So what do? Do I just keep going? There's a pond in front of me here now. And it's getting dark. You can change the time. I'm going to go round the pond. I'm going to go this way and round the pond. In the dark. Oh, there it is. That's the waypoint. That's checkpoint, sorry. That's handy. That's very good timing. Oh, God. However, saying that, we are on a steepish slope here. After all that. Oh, can you hear the frogs? There's frogs and all kinds out here. Let's just try and get to this thing, and then at least I know where I'm going roughly. Lock the diff. Oh God, I'm at such an angle. I'm okay. I'm at such an angle though. There we go. Bog has been explored. Bog explored. We're in massive explosions. Right. Which is the best way to go here? I don't see a path particularly, but I think that would be the best way. That kind of direction. Saying that, there's no path. I think we need to keep going this way. I've got to lock the diff anyway, so I'm hoping. Am I crawling towards the right direction? I sort of am. This way a bit more. Look at this for nighttime things. Watch that. Oh, wow. That's a bad one, isn't it? That's night. That's proper night vision. I think we're going between these trees here. I think this is our route out of here. Let's head through. But it's still slowed down there for some reason. Yeah, this looks like our way out. A lot of rocks though. Whoa. Gently does it. Yeah, I think this is our way out. A few rocks. Careful not to smash the vehicle. They do flip up sometimes and smash the bottom of the truck. Or the trailer. I suppose these are trucks, aren't they? Little trucks. Almost there. Let's just head through these trees here. And we should be there. And as I say, we need to go on a rescue mission and pull out that truck that had the load earlier. I think that would be the best thing to do. I think this road here. Here it is. Gosh. That's such a funny angle. It's sinking on one side. And I'm reluctant to let it flip. Can you hear the sound of the bog going on now? I need to lock all those wheels in. Not every vehicle has an ability to lock the diff in. It's a very simple, to be fair, the controls on this are particularly well done and very well designed. I know there's a more advanced mode, but they are pretty simple, the controls on it. They did think about this and just go, yeah, let's make this easy to play. Let's just see where we're at. Where do I want to go? Doesn't really matter whether I go left or right here. Either way, it does not matter. Got to make a decision. Left or right. Right looks lower and flatter. So I think we'll go lower and flatter. Makes sense to me. I don't know about you. Okay, lower and flatter. Slowly pacing myself through here, holding the accelerator down while I just quickly drink some coffee. You watch me drive through the forests while I drink coffee. Oh wow! You can imagine one of those hydraulic chairs that you can get nowadays for gaming. This would be a proper rough game on a hydraulic chair. I can suspect my existing back issue would be sort of very well and truly aggravated. I suspect by this trundling through a lot of water here, trundling through the forests and of somewhere in a large country we're not going to mention at the moment because of their naughty behaviour. But either way, this is a lot of this would be proper uncomfortable if you were in one of those chairs that sort of moved around with the whole thing. I have seen those actually. They're pretty good, aren't they? They look really interesting. Really interesting. Just oh, so much different inside the cab than it is outside the cab as you work your way through it. It just seems so much more dangerous. As I say, there's a challenge mode where you've got to drive a little jeep up tiny little embankments and things like that, and it's proper difficult in the sense that you have to do it from inside the cab the whole way. You can't drive anywhere outside of it, so you can't look to see where you're at, which means that it's there's no working out where you're currently at. There's some logs. Oh God, I feel like I'm at a really bad angle here. I am at a really bad angle. That's rejoined from the other part. A lot of water going on here. Right, keeping on going. Keeping on going. Soon we'll come up to a little bit of a water patch, a nasty water patch. It's really quite which is really quite bad actually, because it's where the road is as well. It's where we've gouged away, where the traffic and the vehicles have gouged away the road. Anyway, let's keep pushing on. 11:52 in the evening. Big log in the road here, coming up. I mean, our way. Try and hit it straight so it doesn't do any damage to the vehicle. Here's our swamp. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, here's our swamp. Not really much of an option but to drive through it, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Let's drive through our swamp. Say no option but to go through it. Just try and stay straight. Try and not end up in underwater. Actually, to be fair, it's not a particularly deep section, so there are worse. I'm just looking over to see where I come out the other side. There we are. There's the path on the other side. So it's not even that long a bit. It's just watery. I'm gonna run through these trees. Why not? Bash. And there we go. Back on the main road. The main road. As if it's a road. Not even a road. And gears are really struggle. Where are we? The lumber mill is just round the corner. Where do I need to go in to get the lumber mill? I'm sure there's a way into it that we need to go specifically in. It's not that way. I'm sure it's just down. I don't think I've actually been into it yet. Looking at the map thing. Technically. Oh, that looks like a steep hill though. That looks like a hill. Technically, that's you in there. That's not even a path, is it? Well, we'll try it. We'll try it. That doesn't even look like a path, though, does it? We'll give it a try, though. Let's work our way. Well, yeah, maybe it is a path. I gave it not as much credit as it needed. Definitely more pathy than I thought it was going to be. Oh, flying through here. Ouch. I've passed it. It's over here somewhere. There. I can see a light. Can you see that light through the trees? I'll turn my lights off. You'll see it. There's a little bit of light through the trees, so it's there. I'll be honest with you, you really wouldn't be able to see this much. There it is. Right there. I'll put my lights on. There's the lumber mill. Right there. Right in front of me. Watch those rocks. There's the lumber mill. Music starts to play now. Can hear it. Here we come. Lumber mill. Careful driver. I don't know what that means, but I've just got an achievement. Unload for 3 points. Oh yeah. And you know what? Next thing we're going to do, next episode, is I'm going to go try and rescue this thing here. But I'm not sure what vehicle to use yet, but we'll investigate that with our next episode when we have our chance to do it. I think we might have to use this K700, which is basically a tractor. So what the idea will be to drag it out. I know it's miles away, but we'll drag it out, quite literally like this episode. Drag it out and take it up, try and restore it to working and get some more logs and take them down here. That is the plan. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.